because we have had a phenomenal 5 years together. We have had a lot of memories built, a lot of foundations developed. There are things you will never talk about or think about without my picture coming in mind. But I want to refer you to the Bible. The Bible says we do not mourn like those who do not have hope. I am not dying, I am not going away, but more so, we are getting a new minister. So you are not going to be left as orphans. So before I go to my written statement, I wanted to just mention that, so that I want you to cheer up as I make my remarks and make my last address to you as the Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation. Cheer up, please. STI?
Making Uganda the best.
STI?
Making Uganda the best.
Take care. You may never know that kid one day. You meet him somewhere. So if you went a wrong path, you find a kid somewhere. If you went a clean path, you find a kid somewhere. So Professor has been part of my journey in science, but he doesn't know. But I'm going to do some little process I used in his laboratory, and that process I've used it in a number of countries when I was still a student. Don't mind the pictures you see when I was a student. I'm going to ask you to move ahead. To move ahead, I'll talk, you move ahead. Move until, let's start from there. That laboratory is for Professor. When I was a student, I designed a method of how to purify gold using cyanide. And I looked for laboratories. They told me you have to go to Kenya, you have to go to Tanzania, you have to go where. So I was so puzzled because my process was very complex. So I had to move, from those younger stages. I was a smart guy. Don't worry. There I was in my, I think, third year university. So I went to Yuri. You move on. You see that younger man? So when I'm talking about science, I'm not coming from a village. I may not ask you anything, but I know what is called science. I have been trained by Ugandans like Professor. Now, when we reached on that machine, I wanted a machine which can burn my sample at the highest temperatures, because I wanted to get a message on how I can separate copper, zinc, lead, and gold simultaneously. So I had to disturb all the professor's machines. He had a very good laboratory people. We could burn every day until I got my process. And I used Yuri laboratories. And when I was in Shandong telling them that I used the Ugandan laboratories, they were saying, no. You go to the last process which I built. All those ones, that is Uganda. People thinking that science is coming from other countries. We really have it within. So the protein, please, who are there, Uganda is well blessed. Can you go to the process, exactly, the last process? Move the